So, Russell, what's your bronze medal podium topic?
Real quick, I'm not bronze medal topic. The NFL trade deadline was similar to the MLB trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of moves going down. You talked about one earlier, Kelvin Benjamin getting traded. This was a move that wasn't as surprising to me as it was to a lot of other people. If you looked at the Panthers' offense, with the emergence of Devin Funchess, Kelvin Benjamin hadn't played as well.
Yeah.
His role had kind of diminished. And honestly, that's just the way offenses go sometimes. If you look at Pittsburgh, something similar is going on there. Martavis Bryant's role has increased with the rise of Juju Smith-Schuster. So, I think it might be a better fit for Kelvin Benjamin in the long run. Hadn't really been able to show what he could do after his rookie season and after sharing that CL. Hadn't really been able to put it all together.
Yeah.
So maybe go to Buffalo and do it there with Tyrod Taylor. Then you have Jay Ajayi. This might have been the biggest move. Getting traded from your Miami Dolphins, Eric, to the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's a fire sale.
Honestly, I don't really understand it for only a fourth-round pick, but you can see, the Eagles are one of those teams that could be vying for an NFC championship, and they just added a really good running back to their backfield to go along with Marshawn Lynch and Carson Wentz. So that's a really good move for them going forward. And then two more, the third trade, and we'll get to the trade that didn't happen. Jimmy Garoppolo going from the New England Patriots to be a good move for them going forward. This is the last year of Garoppolo's deal. You can see them signing him to an extension here at the end of the season. And then the Cleveland Browns were, for whatever reason, decided that Deshaun Kaiser, after 7 weeks, was not their quarterback of the future. That's my point. And decided they were going to put all their hope in A.J. McCarron to be the savior for them. Had a trade in place for A.J. McCarron, and were high-fiving, excited about how they got this great quarterback in A.J. McCarron and didn't CC the Trevor pass, and they didn't get anybody. What do you expect from the Browns?
Classic Browns. Can't even file papers.
The Browns making a bad decision? What?
Yeah, but in the end, with the Browns, it's just a big pile of who gives a shit because they're not going to win anything. That's why they're the Browns, honestly.
Right.
Like, they're just throwing away talent, and Deshaun Kaiser, like you said, instead of maybe providing some stability and foundation for a young asset that you have, let's just, make him always look over his shoulder, get nervous, get skittish during games, perform worse, and it's just a terrible system. I thought an underrated move, Jimmy Garoppolo going to the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan is desperate for just someone there. I feel like he could be on the level of a Sean McVay if he had pieces.
Yeah.
He has no pieces, whereas Sean McVay came into a team with a lot of good talent at the Rams. And I think the 49ers, Garoppolo is like really that first foundational piece. I don't think he's nearly as much as what the Patriots made him out to be, but compared to Beathard or whoever they had going, he is definitely an upgrade.
Right.
He's at least competent.
Right.
And even if he is just Matt Castle, that's a huge upgrade for the 49ers. And I actually, I like their team to not lose by like 30 at least for the next couple weeks. For those of you at the Patriots, freaking out, if you get one of the two worst teams' second-round picks, that's essentially a late first. It's pretty high value, actually. Those first couple picks in the second round are very valuable. And so Bill Belichick just collecting assets as usual. What did you think was one of the biggest moves of the week, Niles?
I was gonna say Jimmy Garoppolo for sure. I didn't see it coming, to be honest, but I guess I don't think I really had use for him. Because it's like, I feel like the Patriots' mindset is like, let's win now with Brady.
And it's not like he's going to be the guy who wins 5 championships after Brady. He's not even, you don't know if he's going to win a championship. Like, I really think they fleeced the 49ers by getting a second round pick.
So I think it was a great move. by New England, but I definitely didn't see it coming. So that was definitely the biggest move to me.
And then I talked about it a little bit in the picks, but I'm a little dumbfounded by the Kelvin Benjamin trade.
Yeah.
I feel like Cam Newton is one of those guys like Allen Iverson, where it's like, what would his career have been like if he had help?
Yeah.
You know, and so it's kind of annoying because he is such a unique talent,
Right.
and yet it's not being utilized. The system is ridiculous. You're overdrafting Christian McCaffrey when you need other pieces. You know,
I never got that draft pick. That was.
And it's not on Christian McCaffrey. He's doing his best, but
he didn't draft himself.
You overdrafted someone who could have been more like in the teens to the 20s,
Right.
and now you have even less assets going forward for the team that like really needed stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a weird. Russell, for you, was Jimmy Garoppolo the biggest trade?
No, I'd still say Jay Ajayi because he's probably the biggest name.
Yeah,
and it was basically for nothing. A 4th round pick is nothing.
Yeah,
I didn't really get that one.
I guess really quick, I'll talk about this as a Dolphins fan. The Dolphins organization right now, I feel like, is in a power struggle. Like they want the ownership and the GM, I feel like, are kind of at odds in a way, because they had some weird quotes after they traded Jay Ajayi about how they felt like his best carries were behind him and that he wasn't performing for us. And then the stats on the field show that he was doing good.
Right.
And it's for a team that had given up essentially, and he's still one of the few ones performing. So I feel like they just tried to sandbag him on the way out, a la like what all the Boston teams do with like Terry Francona and all the other people.
Well, you make yourself look good, you know.
Yeah, it's just it's super classless, and this is something that my team does. I'll talk about this later, but Sue was just choking Ryan Mallett out, and we're a foolish organization. We drafted a dude with a bong mask. I mean, we have cocaine in the building. I mean, we're a goddamn mess. We have bullies. I mean, we have all the extracurricular activity stories and none of the football stories. It's just a shame in the past 5 years. So
yeah, y'all are Michael Irvin Cowboys without the talent.
Yeah, it's a pain. It's painful time as a Dolphins fan. But I do think, like Russell said, Jay Ajayi, unlike what the Dolphins said, and that's part of why they're not a good team right now, because they can't fucking scout.
Good for him getting out of that toxic organization.
Jay Ajayi is going to be very good. And then if you look at the Eagles' running game, all they needed was a little bit of balance and to rest the other guys.
Yeah,
and now
sure Carson Wentz is elated, man.
Yeah, Carson Wentz is stacked and ready to go, and that might be a Super Bowl contender going forward if they stay healthy.
Right.